Okay, so we're talking about distractions, prospecting. Distractions. One of the distractions Mariola said first was success, getting an appointment and then stopping. And she said it already. She knows, Sue. She knows. She goes, I know that I should be taking that momentum into other conversations. Imagine the energy that you take into a conversation when you've already successfully maneuvered through resistance and rejection and overcoming some objections, what that means for the energy for the upcoming calls. So I don't have to tell her that. She already knows that. But I'll tell you, Martin, one of the things that has allowed me to be super efficient and effective going back into business is having those lists ready, having them fragmented, meaning like, okay, here's 500 to $1 million. Here's $1 million plus. Here's for rent by owners. Here's non-owner occupieds. Here's expireds and FSBOs. Here's my internet leads, and having those all ready, all rared and ready to go so that I could just plug in, right? Now there's distractions beyond that though, that come in the form of my dog, my kids, my spouse, agents in the office, myself. Oh, let me check this email real quick. Oh, let me have this conversation with the agent on my team for 20 minutes about this area that's developing over here, because it's really important conversation and it's actually a real estate conversation. So actually I'm working. Or you're complaining about that client and you're having a productive conversation around what happened, and in your mind, that conversation helps you figure out what you could have done differently, but it's not the time. It's not the time for that conversation. That conversation can wait, because what happens is our time bleeds into other time segments. Our time is bleeding. We're bleeding to death. We're bleeding to death. And it's time. Time is bleeding into other segments of our schedule, and we're not controlling it. We have to, okay, here's the goal right here. 50 minutes, Mariola. I need to find a way, turn off my phone, prospect in a different area. So the area that I'm in right now, I don't prospect in this area. I prospect in another area. Okay. Now I got to get a little bit better with the team that I have now, where conversations, that we limit conversations to, just a few seconds or just a minute or so, like not long, because what happens is in passing, conversations can bleed my time. Mm-hmm. Okay. And so maybe it's making sure that you're prospecting from a different computer. That's what I'm doing, right? I'm prospecting in a different area from a different computer. Okay. Because I don't want to check my email. It's not time to check my email. Okay. Come on. They're not responding to you anyways. You send that email, they don't respond till tomorrow. Come on. That's what happens, right? You don't get a response for hours most times. Okay. Now something's on fire. That's different. Look, you got something on fire. That's different. I get that. But really, come on, guys. That's the exception, not the standard. That you have something that you really have to deal with right then and there. The deal's not going to close if you don't do it right then and there. How often does that happen? Come on. That doesn't happen. It happens. It happens. But 3 days a week it happens? Where you need to be looking at files or answering an email? Because think about what's at stake here. If we do our prospecting 2 hours a day minimum, assuming you work an 8-hour day, okay? Work an 8-hour day. 2 hours is there's got to be a C. There's got to be a high C in the room right now. What is the percentage of that? 2 hours of 8 hours. Huh?
25.
25%?
Mm-hmm.
25% of your day. 25% of your day. 25% of your day for the most important thing, Sue, that I'm supposed to be doing, which is talking to people.